Hi everyone, it's me, Mr. Sid. Welcome back for another safety book. As you may see right behind me, I have this poster up about safety signs. And it's important to be able to read them so that you can avoid danger. This one right here, I think is super important. It says flammable. So if you see that little fire symbol, that means that whatever that item is or that place is, could catch on fire. This one too, danger, keep out. That's really important. And then you should look for these. Do you see this little red one there that says exit? Often it's not red actually at all. It's usually green. And that means that's a place where you can get out in an emergency. So when you're in a store, a movie theater, those kinds of places, you look for that sign and that's where you can get out in case the front door is unavailable. These are basic safety tips you should know. And here's a funny book about safety tips. It's called Officer Buckle and Gloria, written by Peggy, Rathmann. You see, Officer Buckle goes and gives safety talks at schools, but until his dog Gloria joins him, nobody's paid attention. Officer Buckle knew more safety tips than anyone else in Knappville. Every time he thought of a new one, he thumbtacked it to the bulletin board. Safety tip number 77, never stand on a swivel chair. Officer Buckle shared his safety tips with the students at Knappville School. Nobody ever listened. Sometimes they were snoring. Afterward, it was business as usual. Mrs. Topol, the principal, took down the welcome banner. Never stand on a swivel chair, said Officer Buckle, but Miss Topol didn't hear him. Then one day, Knappville's police department bought a police dog named Gloria. When it was time for Officer Buckle to give the safety speech at the school, Gloria went along. Children, this is Gloria, announced Officer Buckle. Gloria obeys my commands. Gloria, sit! And Gloria sat. Officer Buckle gave safety tip number 1. Keep your shoelaces tied. The children sat up and stared. Officer Buckle checked to see if Gloria was sitting at attention. She was. Did you see what she did? Safety tip number 2, said Officer Buckle. Always wipe up spills before someone slips and falls. The children's eyes popped. Officer Buckle checked on Gloria again. Good dog, he said. Officer Buckle thought of a safety tip he discovered that morning. Never leave a thumbtack where you might sit on it. The audience roared. You see, every time he mentions a safety tip, Gloria is acting it out. Now the audience is paying attention. Officer Buckle grinned. He said the rest of the tips with plenty of enthusiasm. The children clapped their hands and cheered, yay! Some of them laughed until they cried. Officer Buckle was surprised. He'd never noticed how funny safety tips could be. After this safety speech, there wasn't a single accident. The next day, an enormous envelope arrived at the police station. It was stuffed with thank you letters from the students at Knappville School. Every letter had a drawing of Gloria on it. Officer Buckle thought that the drawing showed a lot of imagination. Look at this one. Dear Gloria and Officer Buckle, thanks for coming to our school. You are nice. Your friend George. His favorite letter was written on a star-shaped piece of paper. Here's what it said. You and Gloria make a good team. Your friend Claire. P.S. I always wear a crash helmet. Safety tip number 7. Officer Buckle was thumbtacking Claire's letter to his bulletin board when the phones started ringing. Grade schools, high schools, and daycare centers were calling for safety speeches. Officer Buckle, they said, our students want to hear your safety tips, and please bring along that police dog. Officer Buckle told his safety tips to 313 schools. Everywhere he and Gloria went, children sat up and listened. After every speech, Officer Buckle took Gloria out for ice cream. Officer Buckle loved having a buddy. Then one day, a television news team videotaped Officer Buckle in the State College auditorium. Whoa, what an audience! When he finished safety tip number 99, do not go swimming during the electrical storm, the students jumped to their feet and applauded. Bravo, bravo, they cheered. Officer Buckle bowed again and again. Does he have any idea what's going on? That night, Officer Buckle watched himself on the 10 o'clock news. Oh, now the truth comes out. Do you see the look in his face? His eyes are wide open like, what? The next day, the principal of Knappville telephoned the police station. Good morning, Officer Buckle. It's time for our safety speech. Officer Buckle frowned. I'm not giving any more speeches. Nobody looks at me anyway. Oh, said Miss Topol. Well, how about Gloria? Could she come instead? Someone else from the police station gave Gloria a ride to the school. Gloria sat on stage looking lonely. Then she fell asleep, and so did the audience. After Gloria left, Knappville School had its biggest accident ever. It started with a puddle of banana pudding. Splat, splatter, sploosh! Everybody slid smack into Mrs. Topol, who screamed and let go of her hammer while standing on a swivel chair. Next morning, a pile of letters arrived at the police station. Every letter had a drawing of the accident. Officer Buckle was shocked. At the bottom of the pile was a note written on a paper star. Same kid. Officer Buckle smiled. The note said, Gloria missed you yesterday. Your friend Claire. P.S. Don't worry, I was wearing my helmet. Safety tip number 7. And she got whacked by the hammer. Gloria gave Officer Buckle a big kiss on the nose. Officer Buckle gave Gloria a nice pat on the back. Then, Officer Buckle thought of his best safety tip yet. Safety tip number 101. Always stick with your buddy. I love this book! Yes! I hope you love this book too. We learned a little something, didn't we? Come back for more, guys. It was fun having you. Be safe. Bye.